In the midst of the humid Brazilian landscape overlooking the sprawling metropolis of Rio de Janeiro, two men were found lifeless on a hillside, forever altering the course of unexplained mysteries. Their bodies bore no marks of violence, yet their attire was strange and disturbing. Each man was clad in an identical waterproof coat over a formal suit and a hat. And then there were the masks. Both men were found wearing identical lead masks that resembled those used in hospitals for X-ray protection. This unsettling scene raised more questions than answers, leaving investigators and onlookers alike to ponder over the cryptic note found nearby that mentioned ingest capsules and awaiting the signal. What could this bizarre case possibly mean? Join me today as we delve into the chilling tale of the lead mask case. The year was 1966, and the place was the secluded Vista Alegre neighborhood in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. The discovery of these two men sent shockwaves through the community and beyond, leaving an indelible mark on the annals of unexplained mysteries. The incident occurred on November of that year when local residents stumbled upon the grim sight of two lifeless bodies lying on a hillside. The bodies were later identified as those of Manuel Pereira da Cruz, a 38-year-old businessman, and Miguel José Viana, a 42-year-old employee of Petrobras, the state-owned Brazilian petroleum company. But it was what they were wearing and the circumstances surrounding their deaths that truly set this case apart from others. As news of the strange discovery spread, people from all walks of life came forward with their theories. Some whispered of extraterrestrial involvement, while others spoke of secret government experiments. The enigmatic note found near the bodies fueled the fire of speculation, leaving many to wonder about the meaning behind the words ingest capsules and await the signal. The lack of any apparent signs of violence initially puzzled investigators. There were no obvious wounds or injuries on the bodies, which ruled out homicide or suicide as immediate causes of death. Moreover, the men's clothing was neatly pressed, further adding to the mystery. This detail suggested that the men had not been living on the streets or engaged in any unusual activities prior to their demise. The discovery of the lead masks only deepened the enigma. These masks, typically used in medical settings to shield individuals from harmful radiation, seemed out of place in this scenario. It was as if the men had donned them as part of some bizarre ritual or experiment. The inclusion of the note with the cryptic message further intensified the intrigue surrounding the case. What exactly were these ingest capsules? Were they pills, liquids, or something else entirely? And what did it mean to await the signal? These questions echoed in the minds of investigators, each one chipping away at the already tenuous grasp on reality. As the investigation progressed, rumors began to swirl through the community, each more outlandish than the last. Some claimed that the men had been part of a secret society conducting strange experiments. Others whispered of government conspiracies and sinister plots. In a world where imagination often ran wild, it became increasingly difficult to separate fact from fiction. Eyewitnesses who had seen the men before their untimely demise described them as being well-dressed and composed. This observation only served to further mystify their actions. Why would two seemingly ordinary men don lead masks and waterproof coats and then head to a secluded hillside? The answer, it seemed, was lost to the winds of obscurity. Adding another layer of complexity to this already convoluted case was the toxicology report. Toxicology reports, essential in determining the cause of death, were delayed due to the unavailability of such services in Rio at the time. This setback left a significant void in the investigation, hindering the ability to ascertain whether the men's deaths resulted from poisoning, radiation exposure, or other external factors. The significance of this delay cannot be overstated, as it prevented medical examiners from gaining crucial insights into the nature of the substances consumed by the men. Without this vital information, investigators were left to navigate a labyrinth of possibilities, each more speculative than the last. To make matters worse, the lead masks themselves posed a unique challenge. Due to the very nature of the materials used, traditional methods of analysis proved ineffective in extracting usable evidence. This technological limitation only served to deepen the enigma, leaving the investigators on the brink of despair. Despite the challenges posed by the uncooperative evidence, authorities pursued every possible lead. They explored the men's backgrounds, searching for clues that might shed light on their motives or potential enemies. Yet despite their diligent efforts, nothing concrete emerged. The walls of secrecy surrounding both men's lives remained steadfast, offering little to assist in unraveling the mystery. This perplexing case highlights the limitations of even the most thorough investigations in the face of elusive circumstances. As the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, the case of the lead mask grew colder. Speculation continued to run rampant, but without new evidence, the truth seemed to slip through the fingers of those seeking justice. The families of the victims were left grappling not only with the loss of their loved ones, but also with a profound sense of uncertainty. The unanswered questions hung heavy in the air, serving as a constant reminder of the case's unsolved nature. The enduring mystery of the lead mask case has captivated the public imagination for decades. The bizarre details surrounding the case have inspired numerous theories, each attempting to shed light on the darkness that befell Manoel and Miguel. One prevalent theory suggests that the two men were victims of a failed attempt to enhance their spiritual abilities through a bizarre ritual. In the 1960s, there was a growing fascination with topics such as astrology, the occult, and extraterrestrial life. It is theorized that Manoel and Miguel, intrigued by these concepts, may have sought to harness cosmic energy for personal growth. However, their attempt may have gone awry, leading to their untimely demise. This theory finds support in the strange attire worn by the men, including the lead masks and waterproof coats, which could have been part of their ritualistic practices. Additionally, the mention of ingest capsules in the cryptic note further reinforces the notion of a spiritual or alchemical experiment gone wrong. Another intriguing hypothesis proposes that Manoel and Miguel were unwittingly involved in a secret government experiment. In an era marked by covert operations and scientific advancements, it is conceivable that the men were chosen as subjects without their knowledge. The experiment, which may have pertained to radiation, mind control, or other classified technologies, could have resulted in their tragic demise. This theory is supported by the puzzling choice of lead masks, which are commonly used to protect against harmful radiation. However, without concrete evidence, it remains merely a speculative possibility. Yet another theory suggests that the men encountered a malevolent entity during their outdoor activities. Perhaps they stumbled upon a hidden altar or inadvertently disturbed a sacred site, thereby attracting malevolent spiritual forces. The lead masks, in this context, could have been an attempt to shield themselves from the malevolent entity or its influence. While this theory ventures into the realm of the paranormal, it offers a potential explanation for the otherwise inexplicable aspects of the case. However, despite these intriguing theories, it is important to acknowledge the limitations of our understanding. The absence of complete evidence, particularly the delayed toxicology reports, prevents us from arriving at a definitive conclusion. The cryptic note, with its mention of ingest capsules, adds an extra layer of complexity, leaving us to wonder about the nature of these capsules and the meaning of awaiting the signal. Unfortunately, the truth is that there is no official theory to explain this case. Many experts believe that these men were most likely involved in a spiritual or scientific ritual of some kind. Maybe they were trying to harness cosmic energy, or maybe they were trying to shield themselves from negative spiritual forces. Whatever the case may be, it seems likely that they accidentally poisoned themselves or succumbed to environmental exposure. As I conclude this chilling tale, I am reminded of the enduring allure of the unknown. The lead mask case, with its haunting details and baffling enigmas, serves as a testament to the limits of human comprehension. While we may never fully unravel the mysteries that befell Manoel and Miguel, we can appreciate the profound impact their story has had on our collective consciousness. The case of the lead mask continues to captivate and intrigue, reminding us of the thin veil that separates our reality from the abyss of the unknown. If you enjoy uncovering hidden truths, like this video and subscribe to History Mysteries. More is coming. Thank you for joining me on this journey through time. Stay curious and keep asking questions. Until next time, stay curious, keep asking questions, and remember, some mysteries are best left unsolved.